Goedemorgen, middagavond iedereen, welcome back to a brand new video! On January 5th, I posted this on Twitter. My fan game, inspired by the Bijuu YouTube channel, is finally here. Road to Scrubville. Download it now on Game Jolt. And Bijuu actually replied to my tweet and he said, I gotta try this out, lol. Thank you for making it. Thank you for responding to my tweet, Michael. If you've gotten the chance to play it, I hope you had fun with it, and if you see this video, leave a comment and let me know your opinion. I would love to hear your opinion on my game. And in this video I want to talk about the whole process of making my own game and the struggles and challenges that came along with it. And that's not all. I've got a little bonus at the end, so watch until the end to find out what it is. So first of all, why did I make this game? Well, it's really simple actually. I've always loved playing video games and I've always wanted to make one myself. In the past I've messed around with game development software like RPG Maker, but I've never truly invested myself and tried to finish the whole game. But this game, I was determined to finish it. And why? I'll explain it all in a second. It all started on October 17th. I was laying in bed at 4 AM watching YouTube, when all of a sudden, the 4 AM motivation hit me like a brick. I wanted to make a game, but what would be the best first game? After thinking about it for a while, I decided to make a fan game for Bijuu, my favorite YouTuber. But I wanted it to be a game with a cool intro animation and voice acting. So I got up and wrote the script for a funny Family Guy bit at the beginning. Why did I add Family Guy? Well, I am obsessed with the show, I just love watching it, makes me happy, that's all. And Bijuu mentioned Family Guy a few times in his videos, so it was kind of appropriate. I also wrote a little script for Megumi, a character that I made back in 2019. It's the same character that's on my YouTube logo and banner, and I really love the character. I wanted to give her a chance to shine. So I thought that she would be the perfect guide for Mike through the world of Scrubville. Anyway, so after writing those voice line scripts, I went on Fiverr and looked for 2 voice actors, and I found 2 amazing voice actors who perfectly fit the bit. The next 5 days I worked on the intro animation non-stop, and after receiving the voice lines, I was able to finish the intro cutscene. I was very proud of myself, of course. I rewatched it like 10 times that same day. The next few days were a little bit of a mess. I tried to do tons of stuff at the same time, like trying to learn how to code and stuff and making art. But it was overwhelming. So on October 27th, I made a checklist with everything I needed, so I could check off everything that I've done. And it helps with being less overwhelmed. From this point on, the process started to get a little bit easier actually. On November 4th, I decided I would write the script. This way I would know which sprites to make, which backgrounds and CGs. I already had kind of an idea for the plot since I already made the intro cutscene. So they were not the dimension and Clarence was the main villain, of course. So my original idea was to make a point and click adventure game where you choose your own destination through a map. But I changed it to be a linear game with choices that would lead to endings. Making a click and choose your own adventure game was a little bit too much for my first game. So I made a linear chart with all the endings and locations the 2 heroes would go to. And then I wrote some lines and storytelling with lots of references to old Bijuu series, videos and jokes. The first version took me 19 days to write, but that was partially because I was having some problems and I was busy with school, so yeah. So I finished on November 23rd, and then I took another 6 days to revise the script and fix some spelling mistakes. Fun fact, there were gonna be 15 endings, but I scrapped 3 of them and removed a whole area from the game, more towards the end of development. Yeah, I did change the script a few times throughout the whole development, but that just makes sense. One of the biggest parts of a visual novel is the art. And I'm gonna be honest, I am not the best when it comes to art.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No, 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 no.
I've drawn a bit in the past, but I wouldn't say that I'm good at drawing. I do have some old drawings here. I have this Huggy Wuggy drawing I drew last year, and I used this one for the game as well. I just digitalized it. So I started the art process on November 29th, 2022, and I finished on January 2nd, 2023. I somewhat enjoyed drawing for the most parts, but I really started pushing myself to draw non-stop at some points, and that made me feel really bad. So yeah, don't push yourself to finish stuff. I actually wanted to finish the game before the start of 2023, but... So how did I make all the sprites, backgrounds, etc.? Well, the sprites were all drawn from scratch, or I used some of my old drawings I made on paper. For the backgrounds, I'm really bad at drawing furniture, I just can't do it. So I created rooms in The Sims 4, and I traced them. And before you get mad, I know tracing is bad, but it's a free first game where I was still testing stuff out, and I won't earn any money of it. I completely disabled all of the options to earn money on Game Jolt. In my next game, I will draw everything from zero, or hire someone to draw backgrounds and stuff, but next game, no tracing, it's just all from zero. But I did draw the characters myself, so... I made my game in a software called Renpai. For those of you who don't know, it's the same software Doki Doki Literature Club was made in. So for the coding, my friend Glockenspiel taught me all of the basics before I made all the art. But I didn't mention that earlier to keep the flow of the video going. This is what the very first version looked like. Anyway, the first thing I finished after making all the art and in 2023 was the ending screen on the menu. This was quite a challenge, but I had quite a lot of fun trying to figure it out. Thanks to Zeal Learnings on YouTube, their channel helped out a lot in figuring out how to do it. But then it was time to code all the dialogue, sprites and music. This part wasn't that difficult skill-wise, but it destroyed me mentally. I pushed myself to keep coding the whole time I was awake, and after 3 days of non-stop coding, I finally finished all of it, uploaded the game on Game Jolt, and it was done. So in conclusion, I had a lot of fun making this game. I'm glad I didn't give up. The only thing I would change towards my next game are to not push myself to draw or code 13 hours a day. And for my next game, I'm not gonna use free stuff, like the music from the YouTube music library. And I'm not gonna cut corners on the art, like recreating it in The Sims and tracing it. So what's next? Well, I wanna make a video where I play my own game. That sounds so much fun to me. And if Bijuu Mike hasn't made a video about it, but that's fine. It's completely fine. But if he makes a video about it, I wanna react to part of it. I wanna react to parts of the video, because that sounds fun to me. Don't click away yet. The video's over, but don't click away. There is a special message at the end, and it's not sponsored or anything, don't worry. It's something really cool. So without further ado, take it away, my friends.
Hey, Peter Griffin here. That was a great video, wasn't it? Well, if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe to BenTV YouTube channel. It's awesome! That's all from me, folks. Have a nice day.